Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. A few days ago we made this Moon Rocks bracelet, which is a netted bracelet with some really pretty crystals, fire polish on top, and we did a little toggle and loop closure on that. So I thought that maybe a Moon Rocks necklace could be next. So I want to show you a necklace that I made that is actually Moon Rocks, made like the Moon Rocks bracelet, only a necklace, and a little on the dressy side. So this is what we're going to make Moon Rocks out of. This is the netting, okay? But we have to make it curved, so the netting's going to be a little bit different. Now I've made this with Swarovski crystals, and it's dressy. And although I'd wear it anytime, but it's much more dressy. You could make this in any stone. You could make this in a gemstone, a turquoise, any kind of stone. In fact, I have a little sample here that I found some old cat's eye beads that I had, and I put those on, and that looks cool. See how casual that is? And these are aventurine, 4mm aventurine. And then I did a little stripe example, so you can stripe it. Here's Moon Rocks. Now this netting is white. I wouldn't use it with the sort of white netting, but I just happened to have this piece of netting, and I thought, well, let me just give some examples. So here's the Moon Rocks copper color. I even did some with seed beads. These size 6/0 seed beads, which is super casual. So you see how there are many different ways that you can make this necklace. Even the bracelet, it doesn't have to be shiny crystals. It can be anything you want there, anything 4mm, even 3mm. Just change the seed bead size. Now I put this on as a clasp, just to try it. So this would be a toggle. So sort of like that, it would be a toggle. The original necklace, I have the 2-strand box clasp, which I love using because it's so easy to put on. Okay, so let's get started on the netting for Moon Rocks necklace. So I've got a size 10 beading needle. I've got some Fireline. Now on that Fireline, and I've got a stop bead. And on the Fireline, I have strung on 6 sets of 1 shiny bead, size 11/0, and 2 matte beads, size 11/0. So I have 6 sets. Do this 6 times. Now you can, what this does is delineate the center, the crossover bead. So you can make this crossover bead bigger. You can make it another color so that you can tell the difference. Whatever you want. I'm just using a shiny and matte, and that works for me. So whatever works for you, do that. So I've got 6 sets. Put 6 sets of those on your needle. So, and drop them down to your stop bead. Okay, so there you go. You can see the 6 shiny beads and then the 6 matte. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn it around so that your stop bead is at the front, up on the top, and you're going to go through, you're going to count 4 shiny beads. 1, 2, and try to hold it so you can really see that. So we're going to count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go up the 4th bead. Okay, the 4th shiny bead, and pull. Okay, hold your netting. At first it's a little clumsy. So we've got sort of the same start as we did to the Moon Rocks bracelet. And again, when you want something to curve, you've got to change the sides, the size of the beads, or the netting. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the netting we're going to curve the netting by making it smaller here and a little larger here, so it's going to make a nice gentle curve. And you'll see that as you go along. So there you go. That's your first, you've gone up the 4th shiny bead. Now take it's regular 5 bead netting, 2 matte, a shiny, 2 matte, okay, and then you're going to go up bead right, the shiny bead right before your stop bead. Okay, like that. Okay, hold it, pull. Okay, so that's what you have. All right, now you're going to turn it around so the stop bead is on the bottom. Okay, and you're going to take 2 matte, a shiny, and 2 matte, and you're going to, like we did before, kind of push out that shiny bead that's sticking out on the side. Okay, hold your project with your thumb. It's amazing how important thumbs are in beadwork. I've got my tail caught, so let me get my tail out of there. So here, so you've got, that's what you've got so far. This is going to be the bottom of your necklace. This is the top. Okay, so take 2 matte, shiny, and 2 matte. Okay, go through the next sticking out of the sort of that diamond shape shiny bead, which is going to be this one. I hope I'm still on camera. Let's see. Yes. Okay, it's going to be that one. Pull your needle through. Okay, turn it around. Stop beads at the top. Okay, you're going to take 2 matte beads, a shiny bead, 2 matte beads, and then, like we did in Moon Rocks, or if you haven't done Moon Rocks, that's the 5 bead netting. The 2 matte, the shiny 2 matte, we've added to the bottom an extra shiny, 2 mattes. Okay, that's what's going to give us our bigger loop on the bottom. So coming out of that bead, see, we're going to push this little one out. We're going to go through that bead. So the center of the diamond. And do you see how that makes it bigger at the bottom? Okay, now regular 5 bead netting, 2 mattes, a shiny, 2 mattes. We're going to go up the shiny, the next shiny bead, which is going to be the one at the top. Just the shiny. So you see, like that, and pull. Okay, so this is what you have so far. Alright, turn it around. 5 bead netting at this point, 2 mattes, a shiny, 2 mattes. We're going to go through that corner right there. You can push it out with your thumb. The shiny bead. That's the crossover bead. Put your thumb on it. Pull. Okay. Take 2 matte, shiny, 2 matte. We're going to go up the last sticking out shiny bead and pull. Okay, so that's what you have. Turn it around, your stop bead's at the top. We're going to do 2 matte, a shiny, 2 mattes. And remember, you have to add the extra shiny and 2 mattes. So this would be familiar if you've done the Moon Rocks or watched it. Go up, push that little diamond out, if that helps you. Go up the shiny bead, pull. Oops. There. Okay. Take 2 mattes, a shiny, 2 mattes. Go up the last shiny bead that's sticking out. this is what you have. Okay? Keep going a little bit. Turn around. So 2 mats, shiny, 2 mats. We're going to go through the first sticking out shiny bead, like on the side of the diamond. Pull. Okay. I'm going to take 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. I'm going to go through the next sticking out shiny bead, pull, what you have, turn it around. I'm going to take 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats, because you see we're on the bottom here, so we're going to add the beads. We're going to add the extra shiny and the 2 mats. Okay, and we're going to kind of push that bead out a little bit. Okay, go up that next bead. 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats, go up the shiny bead at the top. Okay, and pull. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going just a little bit because I want you to see the curve. And the curve is a gentle curve, so you need to do a few rows for it to curve. So we're at the top now, so we're going to go 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. We're going to push out that little shiny bead. Go through the shiny bead on the side, pull. There you have it. 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. Go through the next shiny, like so. Pull. That's what you have. Turn it around, so your stop bead's at the top now. Starting to curve a little bit. Now this is the turn, so 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats, remember? Then you have to add a shiny, 2 mats. And you're going to go up, push it out with your thumb. The very next shiny bead, it's the side of the diamond there. Pull. That's what you have. And then you go back to your 5 bead netting, 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. Go up the last shiny bead. Okay. So if you look at that, you can't really see it that much yet, but it's starting to curve. I'll just go on a little bit and see so that you can see the curve in it. So 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. Okay. Push out that shiny, like so. Pull through. 2 mats, a shiny, and 2 mats. Go through that sticking out of the side of the diamond shiny. Pull. Okay. Turn it around. Stop bead is at the top. So this is where our turn is. 2 mats, a shiny, 2 mats. Remember, we have to add an extra shiny and 2 mats. Just to this turn. Just to the bottom. Poke that little shiny bead out. Bring your needle up through that. There's your turn. Now you're going back to 2 mats, a shiny, and 2 mats. You're going to go up the shiny bead. at the top. Okay. All right, so now you can start to see it. See how it's starting to curve a bit? So keep that up, keep going, and keep going until you get the length of the necklace that you want. Now, it's hard to measure it because it's curved. So what I do is I just keep going, and I eventually, when it looks like it's getting there, I just put it around my neck, and I see how it feels. You can measure it. Sorry about that. You can measure it around with a tape measure, but I find that the easiest way for me to do it is just to keep going, and when it looks like it's about right, I put it around my neck, and if I need more, I put more on. So continue on as I'm doing. Here, I'll do one last row with you. Okay, see how it's starting to curve? 2 mattes, I'm at the turn, shiny, 2 mattes, okay? Add the extra shiny and 2 mattes. Poke out that little shiny right there. Go up. Hold your thumb on your project. 2 mattes. A shiny. 2 mattes. Go up the last shiny. Okay, pull. And let's put that down and let you take a look at it. Okay, so we're starting to get a little bit of a curve here. Okay, so as you go along, it's going to keep curving. You see that? So it's going to curve, so we'll add it, put it next to this one. See how it's curving just like the one that I put on top of it? So keep going, and it may take you a little while to get, the proper length. Like I said, you can take a tape measure and sort of, a soft tape measure and measure around. I think mine came out to be 16 or 17 inches around, or even 18 possibly. And also, you have to take into consideration your clasp. If you want to do a clasp like this one, or just a 2-strand clasp, that doesn't take up much room. You're talking about 3/4 of an inch, maybe, 1/2 an inch. So you can take that off. If you're going to do something like this, it's going to take more space. So I'd say that's about an inch and 1/4 plus the toggle. I'd say about 1.5 inches. You want to stop 1.5 inches short, so you can, because you want to take into consideration you've got this big clasp here. So keep going, take your time, keep looking at your project, make sure that you aren't missing any beads. Make sure that when you do your turn, you add the extra beads, and at the top you don't, only on the bottom, and you'll see it curve. Just make sure you just the extra beads are only on the bottom of the netting. The rest of it is 5-bead netting. So have a go at it, and I'll continue on, and I'll meet you back here in a little bit. Okay, I've gotten some of my netting done, and I'm not going to finish it all right now. I just wanted to get you started on adding the stones or the crystals or the cat's eyes, whatever whatever you wanted to add on it. I just wanted to get you started on that because I won't be posting for about a week because I'm going on vacation. So I want to get you started on doing it so that you're not, you're not having to wait for me to come back to finish it. So here's our necklace. Now this is the top part here, the shorter part, and here's the bottom that has the wider edge. So orient the necklace this way, and I think my lights are a little bit shading, trying to get them a little bit better. Thread some, a comfortable amount of Fireline on your needle. And if you remember, if you watched Moon Rocks Bracelet, I made the video, using all the metallic bronze crystals, and I wasn't happy with it because you couldn't really see what I was doing as it was. So I changed to these sort of turquoisey AB beads, and I really liked the way it came out. So I actually want to make a bracelet like this. And it made it a little bit easier, although it didn't, it was still a tough video. I hope you were able to do this. If you weren't, I hope you let me know so that I'd redo the video, anything to get you to be able to do this, because it's not as hard as it looks. It's just that it's just hard with my camera in my drawer, which I've talked about before. So, and I'm new to making videos, so it takes me I'm not exactly great with my camera angles at the moment, but I'm working on it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, the reason I brought this out is that I'm going to use the same beads to put on the Moon Rocks bracelet. So I've threaded a comfortable amount of Fireline on my needle, and I'm still going to try to adjust my lights a little bit. And because you're going to have to add thread anyway, so you might as well just be comfortable with it. So I've got the bottom facing away from me and the top that's going around my, the top of my neck with the two beads facing me. Okay, and you'll know that because your stop bead is there too. So you've got this little, you just want to push it out to be like a diamond. So you've got this little, I'm going to move my stop bead out of the way a little bit. I've got this little shiny 11-0 right there. I'm just going to put my needle through it. Okay, not all the way. I'm going to add, oops, I forgot our little 15-0s. That's right, we need some 15-0s to go with our crystals, or whatever you're putting on. So I'm taking a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0, and I've come through this bottom shiny bead. I'm going to go up the next one, right above it. Okay, so this is just like what we did before. Now I think these beads are really cool. I know it's maybe an odd combination, but I like that you see the netting around it. It just makes it more casual. It's not. I have a dressy one. I'm making a casual one. You could make it so it's dressy, casual. It's certainly up to you what you want, how you want to make it. But you can do any number of combination of beads for this. All different colors. You can do stripes. You can do crisscross. You can leave some of these spaces open and snake through this. There's so much you can do. But I'm just doing the basics right now. So I've got on my needle a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0. And then like we did before, remember this bead at the bottom? It's going horizontally. I'm going to go through that bead, through the next two, and then down through the side of that diamond, like that. Okay, and remember how it makes it pop into place? If you watch it. If you didn't, I'll show you right now. This is to me the most fun part. So here it is. I'm going to pull, pop, and it pops that crystal right into place. And get you started on your second row. Just don't pull too hard because your tail thread is still there. So just make sure it's sitting in there. Take a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0. Okay. Go down the next shiny bead. Pull. And that goes right into place. Okay? 15-0, crystal, 15-0. Okay. So here we are at the top. So you can do a little something different here. You're going to see how those beads sort of, the thread goes between, there are two beads up there. So you want your needle to go through the second one. So you're kind of crossing them, right? So you're going to do in between the two and up the next crossover bead. I'll do that again and that's going to pop into place as well. Pop. Okay? And that puts you on your second row. All right? So you should be coming out of this shiny bead here. All right? Take 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0. Go down the next shiny bead. So there are a couple of different instructions from the top to the bottom, but you'll get it. See how that goes into place? Okay. A 15-0 crystal, 15-0, and then we're going to do what we did on the bottom before. I'm a little shadowy here. Let me see if I can do something to get rid of these shadows. I really want you to be able to see this, but my light is not cooperative, so maybe that will help. Okay, well, that didn't help, but here, I'll come this way. So we're going to go through the bottom shiny bead, the one in the middle there, and then up through the side of the diamond, just like we did with the bracelet, okay? And we're going to pull. I'm going to do it slowly over here so you can see it pop into place. So watch. Pop. See how it pops into place? How cool is that? We'll do a turn at the top again so that I want to make sure you get both the turns in. So a 15-0 crystal. Looks like an 11-0 to me. 15-0 a crystal and a 15-0. Okay, so we're going to just, this is an easy one, we're just going to go down that second diamond that's over there, and then we're coming to the top. Move my, you have a couple of threads hanging down, so at the top it's kind of, it's like a little tight in there, right? So take your 15-0, your crystal, and your 15-0, and I want you to go in between the two beads on the bottom. So you're in between those two beads. Can you see that? And you're just going up the shiny bead on the side. And you're going to pull. Okay? And that puts that crystal into place and puts you on the next row. Now the top looks confusing, but it really isn't. If you look at, let me see if I can get this, I really want you to see this, because I want you to see that it's not, it really isn't confusing. It's just hard to see that much, see it on camera. So I'm going to try and get this clear and close so you can see it. So come on, clear up. I think it's going to clear up. I have a feeling. There must be a setting on my camera that I'm missing, because this is, I can't believe that you know, you can't clear up a camera angle. I know we can do this. All right, let's go out again. All right. Okay, we're close. I really want you to see this, and I apologize that I know, I just keep saying I'm sorry. I am, though. I really am. Okay, let me just put it down and see if I can get it clear that way. I don't know why. Sometimes my camera listens to me and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, all right. So if I pick it up, is it going to stay clear? Yes. Okay. So let's get, now that I'm close, let's just get up to that point again. So take a 15-0, 4mm, 15-0, go up the next 15-0 crossover, 11-0 crossover bead, take a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0, and remember at the bottom, we're going to go through this 11-0, the shiny 11-0, back through the side of the diamond, like so. Okay, and then this is going to pull this crystal down to the previous row. Watch. Pop. Okay, we're getting close. 15-0 crystal. 15-0. That's an easy one. So now at the top, we're sort of like a, you know, we're not, it's a little smaller space. So we're going to put it in anyway. So 15-0 crystal, 15-0, and on this now, see these two beads at the top? This is going around the neck. Just go through the second one. Leave that one. Go through this one, and the shiny bead on the side. So you almost like have a half diamond there. But we're going to put our crystal there anyway. Pull, and it pulls that into place. Okay? So then we've got 15-0, whoops, 15-0 crystal, and 15-0, just go up. And then we're back at the bottom, so we're going to take a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0, and like we did with the bracelet and previously on this necklace, we've gone through, we're going through this bead here, like so, and then up these two 15 matte beads and up the shiny bead, okay? I'm going to let that pop into place. So there you go, okay? We'll do it one more time at the top, just so that, because I know it's different at the top, and it, you know, the fit is different. So this is just the regular diamond in the middle, right? The lattice. So you're going to just do the 15-0, the crystal and the 15-0, and then here we have it's sort of half, right? So it makes it looks like it's a little confusing at this point, but just split these two beads and only go up the second one. So here we'll take a 15-0, a crystal, and a 15-0. Okay, and so these are the two beads. I'm going to go up this bead and down, see that? The crossover bead of the next row. I'm going to pull, and it's going to put that in place, right? And that starts you on your next row, see? So 15-0, crystal, 15-0, go up, put that crystal into place, and here we'll do one last bottom one. 15-0, crystal, 15-0. Remember, we're going to go through the crossover bead, the shiny one, the two matte, and the crossover. So you go on the side of the diamond. It's a little easier to see on the top, on the bottom, but and it just pops into place. But you will see it. You know, once you start doing it, you'll see it. I'm just going to put my needle down for a second, and I just want to show you. I'm going to push my stop bead back up because I haven't tied that in yet. I've got a couple of things hanging down there. So here, this is what the back looks like. See? It's still on there, even though, you know, if you look at this one, it's the same thing. It's still on there. It's just a smaller, like a smaller diamond that you put it in. It's kind of hard to see on that one, but you're still sewing it to the, you know, to the netting. So here, so that's how, see how it's curving, starting to curve, and it looks pretty. So that's what you're going to do. Get some of these strings out of the way. That's what you're going to do down the entire bracelet. You know, whatever your combination is. Like I said, it could be, you know, it could be a gemstone, it could be a size 6/0 seed bead, it could be anything. So, and you're going to keep doing that all the way to the end of your necklace. So here's, as I showed you before, some suggestions, or how some other beads look. I love the that's nice, you know, with the dark bronze beads to, you know, make it match if you want. I happen to think, I mean, I don't know, I love turquoise and sort of bronzy metallic bronze together. So I'm going to continue in this way. So continue in that way, and keep doing it. And remember, you know, when you're at the top, just remember that when you're at the top, just remember that you're going to clear up. You're going to go in between the two beads, and you're going to go away from them and up those two. Okay, and that's going to put you in line for your next bead here. On the bottom, you're going to go through the 11-0 here. This is a little easier to, to see because it's like a diamond, right? And then go up the crossover bead, and that's going to put your crystal there. So right down top, go through second bead and crossover bead. Bottom, go through, crossover bead, 2 mats, and then up the crossover bead of the next row. Any way to help you, remember what, what to do here. So at that point, you just keep working away, and you can do this clasp, which I'll show you how to do this clasp, or you can do the little, I don't have it in front of me here, let me see. I mean, I suppose you could do the toggle and loop. Yeah, why not? Just, do what we did here. Do this, and that should lay just nicely on the neck also. So I think the toggle and the loop would be nice. It would be a nice set. So, as I said, I'll be gone from YouTube for about a week. If you get to the end and you don't want, you can go back to the Moon Rocks bracelet and follow the directions for this and the toggle. I know they weren't great. I'm sorry. I think that would be great. I think that would look really pretty, because even if it spun around on your neck, it would look really pretty. So I think that's a great idea to do that. So if you can decipher the ending, do that. If not, try. You can do something very simple, as either that little box clasp I'm looking for right now. Let's see. So you can do this little box clasp, which we have a video on with the square stitch and that peyote and square stitch bracelet. So this, you just take a couple of jump rings and you're gonna put them on. You can do it that way. Okay. If I have time to get the ending, the different clasps on before I go on vacation, I'd be happy to do that. But if not, I think you can figure out from the other video, the peyote and square stitch bracelet, how to get these on. And if you want to do this one, what you're going to do here is, when you come to the end, you're just going to take, we've got here 1, 2, we were using 11 O's here, and we've come through the crossover bead. So here's the bottom, come through the crossover bead, add 3, 4, 11 O's, a bead from your necklace, whatever that is. This is a cat's eye. You're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It looks like 8. Did they do 8? I just want to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 beads as a loop for to put the this part of the toggle on. Come around, back through this bead and this bead, so you have a bead on either end of the the little clasp, this bead that's on the toggle loop, and then you're going to come down through here. You're going to come down through the bottom bead right here, okay, and then you're going to add 3 beads, 3 size 11 O's, go down, around, up, and then just work your way around the clasp again, down and around, until it's nice and snug, nice and tight. And I don't have the toggle bar on, but with the toggle bar, you're going to do the same thing. Come out of here, okay? come out of here, add on 4 beads, add on your little, your little bead that, your little accent bead, go up through the toggle. Here's the, it would be something like this. Go around with the 8 beads, down the top, your accent bead, okay, and then around. So you're really doing the same thing. Like I said, I'm going to leave you at this point, and like I said, if I get a chance to show you the different endings, I'll do that. I'm going to try and do that. But at any rate, keep working on your necklace, and I think that it would be a real challenge to make it, to do this. And right here, I'll show you. To do the loop and the toggle on the necklace, because it would look really pretty even if it showed. So I would try this. I'd give this a shot. Go back to the video. I know it was a tough one, but I think that you can do it. I really do. I think you can do it, and I think it would look awesome if you did something like this on that. So I'm going to leave that up to you. All right, so that's all for now. I hope you make a beautiful necklace, and I hope you will comment, and as soon as I get my Facebook page up, which will be very soon, you can post on Facebook and write some comments on Facebook. We can chat and have fun making this necklace. All right, see you soon. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can recreate this end somehow, because I just think it would be great, and I love that clasp too. But let's just take a look and see what we can do. So here we are. We've taken our stop bead off, and we've threaded the needle onto what was left, and what we have to do is we have to go back through this. Here, let me get it so you can see it. Through this. Okay, let me get this clear. So go back through this matte bead, go up through that little 15-0. So those are the 2 matte beads. So you're going in the middle, and I want you to snake your way like we did with the bracelet through the beads that are attached to the netting. So if you can't get it all through, go through the 15-0, the crystal and the 15-0, because we can't go this way. It's going to take our beads off the needle. Don't get too tight. Try to dig in there and get through the 11-0, the 15-0, and the crystal. Okay, go through the 15-0, the 11-0. So that's your crossover bead right there. Try to get through that. You should be able to, like so. Alright, and then I'm going to turn it a little bit just so it's easy for me to, actually I'm going to turn it to the back for a second just so it's easier to see where I'm coming out. So I'm coming out this bead right here, and I'm going to go up the 2 15-0s, the mattes and the shiny. Now I'm going to turn it around again. Okay, and I'm going to go through, let's see, through the 2 15-0s, right? And then I'm going to take, I'm sorry, I went through the 2 11-0s, and we're coming out of the second matte 11-0 right before the crossover bead here. All right, so I'm going to take a number of 15-0s. So take, I don't know, I would say do at least 20, 25, 26 like we did last time, so that we can make a nice loop. Okay, so I'm picking up, I'm not really counting them at the moment, but we'll make the toggle will probably make a 10-row toggle. I think for the necklace that's good enough. But I'm just going to put some beads on this for now, and just so we can see if we can actually do this. Okay, so we're going to go from this. I'm trying to think, I think I should have, I'm going to have to take them off. Okay, go through the shiny one. Okay. Got myself a little caught here. I've got so many threads. So we're going to see if I can back out of this and not make a big mess. Okay. Where this guy's coming from. Well, sometimes you just have to back out. So I'm going to back out of this because I've kind of, you know, I actually used the wrong needle. So, okay, so come through the shiny 11-0 that's on the edge here. Okay, then put on your 20, 25, 26, 27, 15 O's. Let's keep adding them on. I'm not going to count this amount. I just want to see if the toggle is going, you know, the loop is going to work like it does on the bracelet. Okay, so let's see. I think a 10-row peyote toggle, yeah, would work well for this. Okay. So here I've got some. So let's see how this is going to work out. Let's go through the next shiny 15-0. Okay. And then we'll go down through the two matte 15-0s. How's that looking? Okay. And then we're going to go back up through the beads, you know, that last row of beads. So the 15-0, the crystal, and the 15-0. Come on, you. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Then we're going to go. Pulled this a little bit. There we go. I have a lot of loose threads on this just because I wanted to give this a shot, and so I didn't tie off a lot of stuff. Yours won't be loose like mine is. Okay, I'm going to go through the 15-0, go through the, so I'm going to turn around a little bit. I'm going to go through the two 11-0s, then I'm going to go back up through the the 15-0 loop. If I can, need my glasses for this one. Okay, go through the loop. You know, just go through a little at a time. There. Okay, go through the rest of them. Come out and go through the two matte 15-0s. Okay, I'm going to pull, because my beads are, oops, I didn't miss one, did I? Okay, so when I turn it around, I think I might have missed a bead right there, but I think that it'll work. You don't miss a bead, and then put your toggle at the other end. So it's pretty much, you know, snake it around a little bit. Yeah, I did. I missed a bead right here. but you know, if I hadn't missed that bead, it wouldn't look bad. So make it big enough so that you can get your toggle through. So your toggle is going to be smaller. Try a, you know, a 15, you know, excuse me, a 10 row toggle. You might want to make it with size 15 beads. I have, let me see, I have one here. Let's just see if it'll go through. I think you can make it. I think you're going to make it with the, you can make it with the regular 10 row toggle. Okay, so we've got a clasp on. It's not, you know, it's not finished and sitting in front of you, but I think that it's a good idea to try to do that. So if you want to try it and play with it a little bit and snake around and get that loop on like the bracelet, do. If not, just put a couple of jump rings on and put that on. If you don't want to do that, you know, put on another toggle like so. And I showed you how to do that. I happen to think this is a great idea because if the necklace spins and the toggle comes in the front, it's going to be just as pretty. All right, so that's it. That's all I've got for you. I hope you can put it all together and make one beautiful bracelet. And thank you so much for watching this video. Like it if you press that like button if you like my video. Subscribe if you like my channel. And I'll see you on the next video.